Hi and welcome to a new video. In this new video this is going to be an unboxing review of the AX7800 or the ASUS ZenWiFi XT9. So this is ZenWiFi is their mesh system from ASUS. So as you can see here, this is a tri-band Wi-Fi 6 system, so that means that it actually has one 2.4 gigahertz band and then two 5 gigahertz bands as well. So as you can see here, it does come in a pack of two, and then you can get this in white and black color. It does cover up to 5,700 square feet, so it does cover a large area or a large house. And as we said, it's Wi-Fi 6. So this is not Wi-Fi 6E, so it doesn't have this 6 gigahertz band, but to be honest, right now it's probably it's a more of an advanced or a nice to have feature, as not many devices still have that, and most devices are still, if you're for IoT devices, still using the 2.4 gigahertz band. So as we said, this is the 2-pack. Around the details and everything else, it does come with a in the UK anyway, but I think most pretty worldwide, it does come with a 3-year warranty, which is fantastic to see. And of course it has the AI protection, and as we said, there has instant guard, so that's the VPN that ASUS have for themselves and their app you can download and have done previous videos of. So just have a look at the back. So as you can see here, we've got the details around here saying about the Wi-Fi 6 performance. It's basically around the lifetime security. So what is one good thing about ASUS and other brands is other brands normally charge you all these extra paywall kind of things. So if you want an extra feature, you have to cough up a monthly subscription thing to make some more money. ASUS just basically give it to you for free, and so you do have all the AI protection built into the router or router, but you can disable this if you don't want it for privacy reasons and everything else. But you can see my other videos where I've gone through the AI protection Pro and everything else. So as you can see here, it does have basically the Range Boost Plus. So this is using the Broadcom chipset, so basically it helps the range and everything else within there. So as you can see, it does go up to 5,700 square feet. That's quite a lot, and in future videos I'll be testing that and then see what speeds as well we'll be getting. So you can set this up, as we said, as a mesh network. So you have the two here, so you can use this with Ethernet backhaul, or you can use one of the 5 gigahertz bands to actually use it as a backhaul to connect these two together. But as we can see here, it does have a 1.7 gigahertz quad core CPU, so the chipset and the CPU in there is quick enough. It does have 256 MB of flash as well, and then 512 MB of RAM. So that's in each of these as well. So it's not down a cut down version like other makes do sometimes, and they only put all the features in the main router. And then the node, they normally cut down with features. ASUS are very good when they do that and everything else. So as we can see here, you've got the app as well. You can set this up, and we'll go through that later in the video series. We can go through. I do like the design now they have of their boxes, where you open up and everything else. So it does open up and give out just a little bit more extra, gives you a bit more quality feel kind of thing. So again, in the UK, this is not cheap, it's quite a few £100, but again, as we said, sometimes you have to pay extra, and these do last a long time as well. So it's good, as I said before. It seems that a lot of the routers now that come with this actually have the Wi-Fi helper as well guide, because sometimes there's a problem issue with especially Wi-Fi 6E around the Intel drivers and everything else. So as you can see here, they are a good size. So that, unlike the ET12, so that was a very massive, big, premium kind of node and mesh system. This one's more compact. So you can see here, I haven't opened them yet. So they do come well sealed and packaged. So as you can see here, it's quite good here. So again, we've got the same kind of switch system instead of button that we found on the GT AXE 16000. We've got the power on here as well. So as you can see, you've got the barrel power switch, as we said. You do have 3 LAN ports, and then you have the WAN port as well, and then a USB 3.0 port as well. So as we said, these ones here are 3. These 3 here are, I believe, 1 gigabit ports for Ethernet. So they are RJ45 gigabit ports. And then you do have one here that is 2.5 1 gig or 1 gig WAN port as well. So you can see that in the blue. So it's good to see that they're actually now stepping that up to 2.5 and including this now in even some of their mid-range routers and things like that. Again, you've got the setup, so the QR code, that's always good to see. So it is a premium feeling. It is made of plastic, but it's not light and cheap at all. You can see there's an LED as well and the ASUS logo. And you can see at the top here, it's got a nice design, so this will fit into your home quite nicely. As I said, it's not very big. On the dimensions and everything else, I'll put them on the screen for you. They do have internal antennas, so there's 6 of them in there, so believe it or not. So you do have, that's where the range comes from. So it is all nice in a package and everything else. And it does have a nice rubber base to it as well, so if you do put it on anything in your house, it won't scratch it. It's got good ventilation as well, so the air can go through, so it keeps it nice and cool and you won't have any problems there. Again, on the top here, I think the design is quite nice, especially you've got the white, and then also they do a black version as well, so you can see here. But yeah, overall it's the feel and the quality, as I said, it's not cheap, but you know, and it is made of plastic, but it's solid, and it's not one of those things that is actually cheap as well. So now we'll quickly have a look to see what accessories and everything else this actually includes. So this is actually underneath the actual system here. So if we just move this out, and you can see here it's quite clearly marked and everything else, where you can just pull up on the tab. So it does come with your usual 2-time. So as we said, it's a barrel connection, and does come with 2 of the power adapters as well. You can have a look quickly at the voltage and everything else, as we can see here. So this one is output is 12 volts, 3 amps, 36 watts. And it does have the connection on here, so you can change it. On my particular one, because it's for the UK, it does include the UK, but also the European standard plug as well. So that's good to see if that you have both of them as well, or if you eventually you want to take this abroad, or you've got a holiday home, you're lucky enough, then you've got the adapters here as well. You don't have to worry about that. So that's another good thing to see from ASUS. Then again, underneath here we have the warranty. So it's always good to make sure you register against the product. You've got a quick setup guide, and of course your safety notices and everything else that probably no one ever reads, but I'm sure you should do. Does come with 1 Ethernet cable. So again, this is data cable. This is Cat 5e, so that's more than enough. It would be nice to actually see this perhaps come with 2 Ethernet cables, as you've got 2 systems here. So that would be nice to actually see it come with it, but especially for the price, I think that would be reasonable to ask. So again, you've got the quick setup guide here. I do believe it's in probably multiple languages you've got, so it gives you an idea of the setup and everything else, and going through the steps. So it's quite straightforward, as it said. It's quite clear, as you said, on the Ethernet ports as well, how it's marked up and everything else. So it's always good to see. But it's good to see that they're including guides now and still paper. You don't have to keep scanning QR codes and everything else. So it's good to see that they're including. I know it's probably not good for the environment, but it's good to still have a leaflet and also the setup guide physically there, instead of having to print it out or look on your screen all the time. So moving on and looking at the second one, as we said before, what is good with the ASUS and everything else is that other makes normally give you a cut down version. So normally the main router will actually have all the ports and everything else, and most of the features, and then this will be a cut down version. So as we said, it does inside have 6 internal antennas. So that's in the main one, and as well the other one you're connecting. So as you can see, it does have all exactly the same ports, so both of them. So it has the power, and it has the 3 1 gigabit Ethernet ports, or RJ45, and then you do have a 2.5 and 1 gig WAN port as well, they're marked in blue. So at least they distinguish, and it helps people set them up as well. I think it's quite good the way they do this, and also the USB 3.0 Type A port as well. As we said, it's exactly the same with the ventilation and a nice design on top, and I think these are a very good size for around the home. And again, it's got the rubber base at the bottom, so you've got here, and then again this one's a bit different. You can see here you actually have the WPS button at the bottom, hit on here. So normally the WPS will be around here, but it's on the actual bottom of these ones. So overall, as an unboxing, I'd say quite happy with these so far. You know, for the money and everything else, as I said, they're not cheap. They're quite a few £100s, but again, it's Wi-Fi 6 and the range and everything else that they claim, and the 3-year warranty. You really can't go wrong with the support and everything else. So in the next video series, what I'll do is the setup as usual as I go through, and then also we'll be looking at some speed tests, and then looking at the a review of how they work and everything. Okay, so thanks for watching, and as usual, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. Have a great day, and thanks for watching again.